Hi, good morning. I hope everyone is doing great. So, today we are gonna start quadratic equation. Previous year question of ZEE means. So, basically, we'll discuss which kind of question come in ZEE means from the topic chapter quadratic equation. Is that clear? Okay. Next, so if I talk about the weightage of this chapter quadratic equation, so generally one question come in the ZEE means, and sometimes it also might happen, there would be no questions from this particular chapter. But this doesn't mean that we shouldn't study or solve problem of this chapter. Why, sir? Why instead of questions sometimes come, sometimes don't? And you say it is very important because the concept and the techniques which we learn in this chapter, it will be used throughout the complete mathematics. That's why it is very, very, very important. Is that clear? So let's start with the question number 1. That has been asked in JEE in 2020. The question states that if alpha and beta are the roots of the equation 7x square minus 3x minus 2 equals to 0, then basically we need to find out the value of alpha upon 1 minus alpha square plus beta divided by 1 minus beta square is equals to. So basically we can solve this method by using two methods. One thing is if I observe closely this and this, they are the symmetrical. I think they are symmetrical in alpha and beta. So if somehow we can find out an equation whose roots are this alpha upon 1 minus alpha square and beta upon 1 minus beta square, then we can solve. To find out this, we'll just find out sum of roots. Now, so that we study in transformation of roots. But if I observe simply, so by cross multiplication, we can also solve this problem much more easily without doing transformation of roots. That is also an option, but we will do it simply. So if I take its LCM, so in the LCM we'll get 1 minus alpha square into 1 minus beta square. Okay, next, think about the numerator. So numerator will cross multiply. So it is going to be alpha minus alpha times beta square plus beta minus alpha square beta. So let's see. So I get, if we combine these terms, I can write down this as a alpha plus beta. And then in both something is common. That common thing is minus of alpha beta. So if I take minus alpha beta common, so just think, if I take minus alpha beta common, here we'll get alpha and here we'll get beta, and since I have taken minus common, they are going to be addition. Okay, now we'll think about the denominator. So 1 multiplied by 1 is 1. 1 multiplied with minus beta square is minus beta square, and minus alpha square plus alpha square beta square. Okay, alpha square beta square. Okay, next basically we need to find out this value. How can we find out these values? Very easily, because for that the equation is given, its roots, whose roots are alpha and beta. So if roots are alpha and beta, then I can find out the sum of roots, that is alpha plus beta, and I can similarly find out product of roots, that is going to be c by a. So sum of root is basically minus b by a, so it is going to be negative of negative 3 divided by 7, so basically 3 by 7. And similarly sum of product of root is going to be minus 2 by 7, no, c by a. Okay, so we'll just basically put these values here. So if I put these value, so one thing I am observing simply, let me write down here because we need some more space. So if I take alpha plus beta common, value of alpha plus beta is, maybe I should put it, that is 3 by 7. So it is going to be 3 by 7 minus value of alpha beta is minus of 2 by 7 into alpha plus beta. So alpha plus beta is going to be again 3 by 7 divided by 1 plus, let me first write down alpha square plus alpha square beta square. So alpha square beta square is going to basically minus 2 square is 4 divided by 49, that is 7 square. Is that clear? Okay, next, so I think it is going to be minus with alpha square plus beta square. Alpha square plus beta square. Can I write down this alpha square plus beta square as alpha plus beta whole square and minus 2 alpha beta? Yes or no? Now alpha plus beta whole square will give us alpha square plus beta square plus twice alpha beta, and if I subtract minus twice alpha beta, basically we'll get alpha square plus beta square. So just put the values. So if I put the values here, the alpha plus beta whole square means 9 by 49 minus plus, so it is going to be 4 by 7. So if I take LCM, so again 49, and it is going to be 9 plus 7 4s are 28. So 28 plus 9, I think it is 37 upon 49. Okay, let's put it this value here. So it is going to be minus 37 upon 49. Okay, so if I solve this problem, let me solve on the right, this side, by using different color of pens. So now this is going to be numerator 3 by 7 and in denominator minus minus plus. So I would write down plus 2 3s are 6 divided by 7 7s are 49 divided by if I take complete LCM, so it is going to be 49 and then 49 plus 4 and minus 37. So let's solve. So again if I take LCM now of the numerator, it is going to be 49 and 49 and 7 3s are 21 plus 6 divided by again 49 plus first I would subtract 40 minus 9 minus 37. So 49 minus 37 is going to be 12 and 12 plus 4, that is 16. So it is 16 upon 49. So I think everyone is getting answers. 49 would cancel and 21 plus 6 is 27 divided by 16. So 27 upon 16 is going to be our correct answer. So I think option number 4. Option number 4 is going to be the correct answer. If this is clear, so we'll move the next problem. You can copy it down by pausing the videos and all. Okay, let's do question number 2. So it is saying 2021 very recently. Okay, so it is saying ki alpha and beta are the roots of the equation 2x into 2x plus 1 equals to 1, then beta is equals to, okay. So if first try to write down this in the standard form. So if I write down it in the standard quadratic equation form, then I would write down 2 to the 4, it is going to be 4x square, and then 2x into 1, that is plus 2x, and if I bring this 1 on the left hand side, it is going to be minus 1 equals to 0. Okay, so if alpha and beta are the roots of this equation, so I know ki alpha and beta would satisfy this equation. So if alpha and beta would satisfy the equation, can I write down this as a, now because I am observing ki in the question, in the answer, 3 option is written in this form. So I should put, I would satisfy it with the alpha, not beta. Okay, these are the little observation you need to keep in mind while solving the problem. These are the little hint. Now if someone put the beta, then I don't think you will get the right result very easily. Okay, so if I put the alpha in this equation, I can write down this as a 2 alpha into 2 alpha plus 1 equals to 1. Now if alpha would satisfy this equation, okay, So next thing, the alpha and beta are the roots. So I know ki sum of roots alpha plus beta, that is going to equals to, for this equation, that is going to be minus of b, that is 2 divided by a, that is 4. So I think it is minus 1 by 2. So if I observe closely, one thing I am observing, कि this is 1 by 2, and if I bring this 2 on the right hand side, will get also 1 by 2. So can I write down from this alpha into 2 alpha plus 1 equals to 1 by 2. Okay. So from here value of beta is going to be minus alpha and minus half. So let us just put the values. So it is going to be minus alpha and minus, in place of half I would put alpha into 2 alpha plus 1. Now this is the value of beta, and which we need to find out. So I think from these two terms I can take minus alpha common. So if I take minus alpha common, now in this term we'll get 1, and this will be plus, and 2 alpha plus 1. So again inside term is going to be minus alpha, and this is going to alpha plus 2. So again I can take something common, that number is 2. So it is going to minus 2 alpha into alpha plus 1. Let us match our answer with options. So I think option minus 2 alpha, that is option number second. So option second is the correct choice for our answer. Is that clear? Okay. So let's go to the next problem. This is question number 3. Okay. The value of k for which the inequality is valid for every x in R. Okay. So what does this inequality says? This inequality says that we have a quadratic equation. That quadratic equation is always greater than 0. Always greater than 0 means its graph is always going to be above the x-axis. Always above the x-axis, only then it is possible. This is the way. It will be always only above the x-axis. So how is that possible? First thing, to it be possible, the coefficient of x square should be positive. Why, sir? Because if it is always above the x-axis, then shape of parabola should be open upward. Open upward. Na? Okay. If someone says open downward, it will, no, it will cross the x-axis. Okay. Second thing, for it not to cross the x-axis or touch the x-axis, it shouldn't have any real root, because if it would have any real root, it will touch or cut the x-axis. So sir, it means that roots are imaginary. Yes sir. And if roots are imaginary, then discriminant d is going to be negative. Discriminant d is going to be negative. So sir, can I write down a condition? D is going to be less than 0. Yes, that's what we are going to do. So if D is less than 0, can we find out it's a discriminant? Of course. So D is basically B square minus 4AC. In this case, B is going to be minus of 2 times 3K minus 1 whole square, no, B square, and minus 4 times value of A is 1 and value of C is 8K square minus 7. This should be less than 0. Okay, next, I think it is very simple. So 2 square is going to be 4, and 3k minus 1 whole square is 9k square, plus 1 and minus 3 to the 6k, and from here I can take minus 4, and it is going to be 8k square minus 7, less than 0. Okay, so from I can take 4 common and divide on the right side, and the sign of inequality would be same. Why? Because 4 is a positive real number. Okay, so it is going to be 9k square plus 1 minus 6k and minus of 8k square plus of 7. If I multiply by a negative number, and that is going to be less than 0. Now 9k square minus 8k square is going to be k square, and minus 6k plus 8. So this again become a quadratic equation, no? Quadratic equation inequality. How does we solve this kind of inequality? By using Weyerker method. And what is Weyerker method? First we need to write down or express any kind of expression in terms of linear factors. In terms of linear factors. Okay. So sir, how can we factorize this quadratic equation? Very simple, very simple. Just think about two numbers which product gives plus 8 and addition gives minus 6. Sir, it is very simple, no? That two numbers are minus 4 and minus 2. Minus 4 and minus 2. It means ki sir, its factors are going to be k minus 4 into k minus 2. K minus 4 into k minus 2. Next is the best. What is next, sir? Very simple. We'll draw, we will draw number line and we'll just mark these 2 points. First one is going to be 2 and second one is going to be 4. Why sir? You are not writing down in dark? Now, why hollow circle? Hollow circle is because it will never attain the values, because it should be always less than 0. And if I put x k equals to 2, it will be 0. Okay, next. So we'll start from the positive side. This will be positive, and factor which gives 4. So degree is 1, that is odd number, so sign is going to be changed, and again same here. So it is saying less than 0. So for less than 0, so I think it should be in between 2 and 4. So I can say ki k will belongs from 2 to 4. Let's say the value of k for which the inequality is valid for every x in R. So now these are the values of k. So I think which we need to think about a number which is in between 2 and 4. So that number is 3. That number is 3, and that option is the fourth option. Okay, is that clear? Okay, let's move to the next problem. This question number 4, it is saying the minimum value of the sum of the squares of the roots. Sum of the squares of the roots is, okay. So it is talking about the sum of squares of the roots. So if roots are alpha and beta, first thing first, we should always observe if any quadratic equation is given, we should write down it in its index standard form. So for this quadratic equation, I am asking you the question: is this quadratic equation is written in its standard form? No, sir. What is the standard form? Right side should be 0. Right side should be 0. It should be in ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0. So I can first observe that right side is not 0. So first we will try to write down it in its standard form. That is going to be x square plus 3 minus a times x plus 1 minus 2a equals to 0. Now I will just assume its roots are going to be alpha and beta. Roots क्या हो गया? Alpha and beta. And basically we need to find out minimum value of the sum of square roots. Basically we need to find out minimum value of sum of squares of roots, alpha square plus beta square. So can I write down this alpha square plus beta square as, no, we saw in the last problem, alpha plus beta whole square, no, minus twice of alpha beta, minus twice of alpha beta. So can anyone tell me what is the value of alpha plus beta? Let's find out. Sum of roots of any quadratic equation is minus b by a. So similarly in this case it is going to minus of 3 minus a divided by a. That is one. And in this case, now if I simplify, it is going to be a minus 3. And similarly alpha beta product of root is going to be c by a, that is 1 minus 2a. Let's put these value in this equation, this expression. So it is going to be alpha plus beta is a minus 3 whole square plus minus twice alpha into beta, that is given, that is 1 minus 2a. So let me put it 1 minus 2a. Okay. So if I solve this, basically we'll get a square plus 9 minus 3 2 is 6a minus 2 and plus 4a. Yes or no? That is yes. Okay. So it is going to be a square, and minus 6a plus 4a is going to be minus of twice a, and plus 9 minus 2, that is plus 7. So if I need to find out its minimum value, its minimum value. So to find out minimum value of any quadratic expression, try to express it in the forms of perfect square. So how can we write down this in the perfect square? Very simple. We learned in the class 8. A, and then half of the coefficient, so minus 1. So when I do a minus 1 whole square, it will give us a square minus 2a, but extra plus 1. But extra plus 1, it means that I would subtract. So basically it will be a minus 1 whole square plus 6, and if we try to find out its minimum value, so its minimum value is going to be 6 at a equals to 1. The minimum value of the sum of the square of the root of this equation is going to be 6, because it is a perfect square, and perfect square can minimum to minimum, that will give us 0. Samjhe hero? Okay. Let's do question number 5. Okay. एक मिनट. मेरा मुल्क मेरा देश मेरा ये वतन, शांति का उन्नति का प्यार का चमन, इसके वाशिद. Oh. Okay. So we need to solve this question number 5. That has been asked. It is saying कि cosec 18 degree is the root of this equation. So for this, to solve this problem, basically you need to remember the values of cosec 18 degree. And in trigonometry, whenever I teach, I strictly say keep in mind those values. This is a very simple problem, but if you know the value of cosec 18 degree, to know the value of cosec 18 degrees, should I know the chord? Sine and cos is fine. Sine and cos is fine. And if you want to do more, you can also remember the tan. So I can find out the values of cosec 18 degree with the help of sine 18 degree. So what is the value of sine 18 degree, if anyone remember? So sine 18 degree is basically root 5 minus 1 divided by 4. Root 5 minus 1 divided by 4. So if I say cosec 18 degree, so we know cosec 18 degree is basically 1 upon sine 18 degree. So that is 1 upon root 5 minus 1 divided by 4. So I would write down this as a 4, and to solve this problem, in the denominator it is irrational number, we should do its rationalization. So how would we do its rationalization? By multiplying with root 5 minus 1 with root 5 plus 1, same in the numerator. So just think about, okay, after solving what will we get? 4 into 1 plus root 5 divided by b square means root 5 square, that is 5, and minus 1. So 5 minus 1 is 4, and 4 we will divide. So basically we will get 1 plus root 5. 1 plus root 5. The, if I observe the options in our question that has been given, the coefficient of each quadratic equation is a rational number. Is a rational number. If it is a rational number, it means कि roots will, if roots is irrational numbers, so roots will occur in conjugate pair. Roots will occur in conjugate pair. If someone saying कि one root is 1 plus root 5, it means कि other root is going to be 1 minus root 5. 1 minus root 5. So if it is 1 minus root 5, so I think we can write down that quadratic equation very simple. That is going to be x square minus sum of roots. So if we add them, so root 5 and root 5 will cancel, and we'll get 2x plus 2x plus product of root. So if I multiply, so it is going to be 1 square minus 5, that is minus 4 equals to 0. So I think our answer is going to be x square minus 2x and minus 4 equals to 0. So which option we have x square minus 2x and minus 4 equals to 0? That is option number 3. So option number 3 is going to be the correct answer. Is that clear? Okay. Okay. So let's see question number 6. It is saying that Sachin and Rahul attempted to solve a quadratic equation. Sachin made a mistake in writing down the constant term and ended up in roots 4 comma 3. Ended up in roots 4 comma 3. Let's make two cases, Sachin and Rahul. Rahul Dravid, Sachin Tendulkar. Okay. Okay. So it is saying that Sachin made a mistake in writing down the constant term and ended up in roots 4 comma 3. If he ended up in roots 4 comma 3, it means his equation was going to be x square minus sum of root, that is 7x, plus 4 3 are 12, now equals to 0. But he said he made mistake in writing down this constant term. It means a constant term is wrong. It means ki coefficient of x and this entire term is right. If this entire term is right, now we'll again move to the next statement. Next statement, it is saying ki Rahul made a mistake in writing down the coefficient of x, this term, to get roots 3 comma 2. If he gets root 3 comma 2, it means ki its equation should be x square minus sum of root, that is 5 of x, plus product of root, that is 3 to the 6, equals to 0. Now it is saying he made mistake in writing down the this coefficient term. So if in this equation this term is wrong and in this equation this coefficient is wrong, it means ki our correct equation is going to be x square minus 7x and plus 6 equals to 0. So just think about two numbers which product gives plus 6 and addition gives minus 7. So those two numbers are going to be minus 6 and minus 1. So from here we can say the value of x will have 6 comma 1, two values. So is any option that is 6 comma 1? Option number third. Again option number third, that is going to be the correct answer. Okay. चलते हैं चलते चलते कट जाए रास्ते जिंदगी मत चलते रहे, नहीं मछली तो नहीं है बट फिर भी ठीक है. So question number 7, it is saying the value of lambda such that sum of the squares of the roots of the quadratic equation x square plus 3 minus lambda times x plus 2 equals to lambda has the least value. Okay. Again, it is the same kind of problem. And in that case, it said ki value sum of roots. I think sum of square of roots. And at that problem, it said minimum value. And in this problem, it is saying least value. So I think ki the least value and minimum value, they are simply same. They are simply same. They're simply same. And again you need to write down this in the standard form. How? Just move this lambda on this side and again try to solve problems. I think it is quite similar problem which we have discussed earlier in this current quadratic equation PYQ series. Let's move to the question number 8, and that is very easy and good problem. Okay. So it is saying let alpha and beta. Someone is confused. This is not A. This should be alpha and beta. Be the roots of the equation x square minus 6x minus 2 equals to 0. If an equals to alpha raised to n plus beta raised to n, and for n greater than 1, then the value of a10 minus twice a8 divided by a twice a9. So in these kind of problems, whenever, ever, if n is written as alpha raised to n plus beta raised to n, then we use Newton's method, sir. That physics guy Newton, on which head the apple was fallen. Yeah, that same guy also did some very good thing in mathematics. Okay, sir. I mean, he's made our lives very worse in the physics. So he's going to do same thing in mathematics. No, my boss. If he wouldn't have tell this method, this question was going to be very long. Okay, sir. Somewhere he is helping at least. Yeah, J Newton. Okay. Okay. So in this problem, what does Newton's method said? By Newton's method, what does he said? बताते बताता हूँ. I will tell you. Only I will tell you. Okay. So he says, if an is written as alpha raised to n, beta raised to n in homogeneous form of the roots, so I can write down this. From this equation, simply we can write down a. If degree is 2, just add. So it will be a n plus 2. And similarly here minus 6 a n, and degree of x is 1. So I would add plus 1. And from here I would write down minus 2. And a degree of x is 0. So I would just write down. Next. Let's observe this. So it is a10 and minus twice a8. So difference is 2. So I think we will write down this as a n plus 2 minus twice a n equals to 6 times a n minus plus 1. So just by observing thing, it is asking about this particular value. I can say कि we should put n equals to 8. So if I put n equals to 8, it is going to be a10 minus twice a8. Just in this case, I need to divide it by 2a9. So if I divide it by 2a9, so a9 will be this term. Now divide by 2. So right side will have only 3. So our answer again, option number 3. Option number 3. Is that clear? Okay. Let's move to the question number 9. Okay. So it is saying that alpha and beta are the roots of the equation. X square minus x plus 1 equals to 0. Then this is very good question that I am asked in 2010. Now I have included this question because it works on observation. If someone says, sir, I will find out the value of alpha and then beta and put this in this, and then we'll find out. Of course, you will find it out, but just think about the complication and how lengthy it is going to become. How lengthy it will be while solving the problem. So we want to do question much more efficient manner. That's why we are learning here. That is our goal or purpose, because in competitive examination the time is very critical. Okay. Okay. So just by observation, so I think it is pretty simple. It is it is it is cube root of unity. What's the cube root of unity? How? Something like this. Okay. Not, but particularly, I will just do one thing. So I am just writing down this as x square minus x plus 1 equals to 0. So if I multiply, and we know na alpha and beta are the roots. So if just multiply this complete expression by x plus 1 and this also x plus 1. So left hand side, I think it becomes a formula for a cube plus b cube. So it is going to be x cube plus 1 and right side is 0. So from here I can say ki x cube equals to minus 1 and this is the same and this is the same. Its roots are also going to be alpha beta. If roots are alpha beta. So from here I can say ki alpha cube equals to beta cube and both are going to be equals to minus 1. ऐसा बोल रहा हूँ, ठीक है, will deal it separately. So if I try to write down, so I can also see if I do alpha raised to 6, it's 1 degree is 1. So let us just simply divide this 2009 by 6. So if I divide 2009 by 6, then it is going to be 6 threes are, that is 18, and then again 26 threes are, that is 18, and then 29, 29. 6 5s are 30 and minus 1. And same manner I would write down beta raised to 6 and 335 minus 1. Minus 1 कैसे है? 29. So I make it 30 and then minus 1. Okay. चलो सर. So its value is 1. Now its value is 1. Alpha raised to minus 1. And again this is beta raised to minus 1. So its value is 1. So it is going to 1 by alpha plus 1 by beta. So if I do its sum, so it is going to be alpha plus beta divided by alpha beta. So what is alpha plus beta? So alpha plus beta is going to be minus of minus 1 means plus 1. Alpha beta is 1. So its answer is going to be 1. Answer is going to be 1. So again option number 2 is going to be correct answer. Let's move to the question number 10. It is saying if both the roots of the quadratic equation x square minus mx plus 4 equals to 0 are real and distinct and they lie in the interval, then m lies in the interval. Okay, you already have seen. Again, चलो ठीक है, option number 3 is going to be correct answer. But ठीक, okay, no problem. I know you guys are not cheating, you are trying on your own because you guys are very good students. No? What I am hearing? No? Is that so? Of course not, sir. Thank you. So it is if both the roots of the quadratic equation x square minus mx plus 4 equals to 0 are real and distinct. And they lie in the interval 1 comma 4. So in these kind of problems we should solve by using help of graphs. Okay, so first coefficient of x square is, that is plus 1. It means the graph is going to be upward parabola. Okay, next it is saying its rules are real and distinct, and they lie in the interval 1 5. Okay, so just by observing thing I can say, now what I can say, very simple thing. First thing, discriminant, it's a discriminant should be greater than 0 if they are real and distinct. If discriminant is greater than 0, so it means b square minus means m square minus 4 into 4 is greater than 0. It means ki m plus 4 into m minus 4 is greater than 0. From this, again just by doing this we'll get minus 4 and plus 4 plus minus 4 plus. So I think we'll get one value that is going to be m belongs to minus infinite to minus 4 union 4 to infinite. Now first result. Second, sir, second is what? So second is again very simple. second portion. So if I say its uh, its real roots are lying between 1 and 5, then this point means vertex of the parabola that will always in between 1 to 5, if it will cut like this. So what is the vertex of parabola? That is minus b by twice a on x-axis, minus b by twice a. What is the value of minus b by twice a? So it is on to minus of minus m means plus m divided by 2, and it should be in between. It should be in between 1 and 5. So from here I will get m is less than 10 and m is greater than 2. M is greater than 2. So one thing I am very sure, this position will be cut out. Okay. If not, we'll again see. Next. Now option 3. Problem solution 3. Now third option. Third option is now third or fourth we can do. Value of graph at this point and value of graph at this point, they are both positive. They are both positive. If they are both positive, I can say ki f of 1, it should be greater than 0. So what is the value of f1? Put the value here. So it is going to be 1 minus m plus 4 greater than 0. So from here I will say ki m is less than 5. First. Fourth. Similarly f5, it should also be greater than 0. For f5 it is going to be 25 minus 5 times m and plus 4 greater than 0. So 5m is going to be less than 29 or m is going to be less than 29 by 5. So I think this overrule this. So by taking intersection of all those four result, we can conclude one thing. By intersection these two will get m less than 5. So let it be 5. If it is less than 5, so this side, this side. Okay. Second one saying ki m is in between 2 to 10. So if it is in between 2 to 10, the 2 somewhere here and 10 somewhere here, so it is going to be both are excluded. Okay. And this one is going to minus infinite to minus 4, minus infinite to minus 4. Suppose minus 4 is somewhere here, minus infinite is somewhere is, and second 4 to infinite, so 4 somewhere here. So as we can see, where all three colors are present, this reason is very simple. No? That reason is this. So if I talk about this region, no? This region is basically where m is going to belong from 4 to 5. So option number 3 is going to be the correct answer. Is that clear? Okay, write it down. मेरा मुल्क मेरा देश मेरा है वतन, शांति का उन्नति का प्यार का चमन, इसके वास्ते निशार है मेरा मेरा तन. Okay. Question number 11. The number of all possible positive integral values of a for which the roots of the quadratic equation are rational number. So if roots of this are rational number, so one thing I am very sure, its discriminant is going to be perfect square. So discriminant is going to be perfect square. So what is the discriminant of this? D क्या हो जाएगा? Perfect square. If its discriminant is perfect, first find out its discriminant. That is b square means minus 11 whole square minus 4 times 6 into alpha. So it is going to be 121 minus 24 times alpha. So to make it a perfect square, check alpha equals to the number of positive integral. So it means कि we should start from 1, 2, 3 4 is supposed in these all these integral values we'll need to check. Sir, do we need to check it up to infinity? No, 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 no. We'll check this at only those values where this is positive, because it should be perfect square. It doesn't mean it should be negative. It should also be positive. So I think we'll find out up to I think 5 or 6 maximum. So at these point you need to check, and then on which points we'll just count them, and we'll still the number of those points, those integral values of alpha, will get the roots as a rational. This question number 12, lambda be the ratio of the roots of the quadratic equation. So again, if lambda be the ratio of the roots of this quadratic equation, alpha, so it means कि if one root is alpha, then second root is going to be lambda times alpha. You can solve. I think it is kind of not a simple, but if we know how to deal with, as we have learned earlier in this chapter, so I think you can deal easily, no problem. Just go with the flow. Okay, so I think the time is nearly over. So just write down these questions and try to solve all by yourself, and I believe you can do it. Otherwise you can take help of the other kind of resources like internet and all, no problem. Okay, but first thing, it is very very important, you should first try to solve by all by yourself, and then if not possible, then you can take the help of your teachers, uh, other resources, phone, book, etc. Whatever is available. But first try to learn, do it all by yourself. That is the process of learning. Okay. Question number 14. Oh, it is modulus. In case of modulus, we can do also one thing. I can express this as a mod of x square minus mod of x minus 12 equals to 0. So you can also factorize. Try to think about two numbers which product gives minus 12 and addition gives minus 1. So those two numbers are minus 4 and plus 3. So from here I can say the value of mod of x is 4 and value of mod of x is minus 3, which is not possible. Minus 3 is not possible because modulus always gives positive. So from here x can be either plus 4 or minus 4. The number of solution is going to be 2. It is also just you need to put the values and try to simplify it. You can simplify, not a big deal. 17, the sum of square of the reciprocal of the roots alpha and beta of the equation is 15. You can also try to solve. Let alpha and beta be the alpha and beta of the equation. It is also similar kind of problem. You can also do. So in this case, you should simply assume quadratic polynomial. Let fx be ax square plus bx plus c. And for this, these conditions are given. The product of roots of the equation. So I think again we'll solve this by using the same approach. The number of real roots of the equation. Okay. So in this problem, what I would suggest to you, you should divide by e raised to 2x. So if I divide by e raised to 2x, it is going to be e raised to 2x minus e raised to x minus 4 minus e raised to minus x plus e raised to minus 2x. So what is benefit? Very simple. This and this, they are symmetrical. They are symmetrical. So I can write down this as a e raised to x plus e raised to minus x whole square. So just think about. So if I do its whole square, it is going to be 2x minus 2x and plus 2 into e raised to x into e raised to minus, that is 1 plus 2. So basically I do minus 2 and plus. Now this is simple. I will take common minus. So if I take minus common, it is going to minus e raised to x plus e raised to minus x and minus 4 equals to 0. So let it be y and this become a quadratic equation, and I think you can solve easily. After finding out the value of y, you need to put this value, and again this will again become another quadratic, and then in the last you will find out the value of x. Question number 2. If one real root of the quadratic equation is cube of the other root, so again same. Let alpha and beta be the roots of the equation, then the least value of it for which. So again find out the alpha and beta and divide it. The least positive value of a for which the equation has real roots. Has real roots means d should be greater or equals to 0. The sum of all real values of x. So you can also try to solve this problem. That's all for today. Quadratic equation, Z quadratic equation. So I think we can solve these kind of problems, and try to first revise and then try to attempt all those questions. And if you're doing great, do not worry. It is just an examination. Do regular tests, give test, whether it's online or offline. Just try to face it, whatever it is. Like if you think like I need to prepare 100%, so that no one can achieve that. Even I sometimes feel like some things has been left out. So do not worry, it's normal. It's pretty normal. Thank you so much. Enjoy. Bye bye.